Hi, my name is Adam Harmeling. I am a self-retired fireman out of North Carolina. Open water found me in 22 when I was in the darkest of days. I had a lot of personal tragedy and some bad stuff at work, and it presented itself to me through another fireman at the best possible time for me. So I spent the year of 22 going through as a participant, just being a part of the program, paddling. Man, it was one of the best experiences of my life to get to know the class that I crossed with and just able to form some really solid bonds and talk with people and learning all the tricks of the trade and transfer right into the 2022 channel crossing, which was one of the most challenging things that I've ever done in my life, but also one of the most rewarding, spiritual, uplifting things, and just allowed me to be such a better person and open my eyes to what I can do for first responders out there with open water as well. Did 23 the same way, just as a participant, tried to help some people through and mentored a few people across, just as a friend and a fellow participant as well. And now in 2024 was able to take one step further with the organization and become an actual active mentor and coach for the 2024 class. It has been the best year. Just getting to know this new group of people that we have with open water, these first year participants that I spent really January all the way to August really getting to know through phone calls, personal meets, talking about what they are looking for through open water, what they want out of the channel crossing, their experience level on a board, what they want to cross on, how they want to be a part of the organization, and then to welcome them in and do the performance camp with them. Wow. I can't even explain how cool that was for me to be able to put my personal touch on their lives and their personal touch on my life. So day one, just out at NAC, just having a great time, putting people on paddle boards, on prone boards, OC1s, and letting them really figure out the craft that they're gonna be most comfortable crossing on. And to watch it click for people and they started paddling like, this is it. This is what I need to be on. This is what's gonna get me across. And then spending the whole week just fine-tuning some things for them to be effective on the water and to paddle through. When we start to paddle, one of the cooler parts for me is really starts the day before. When we get on our vessels that are gonna take us over just to be on Catalina, we jump on these yachts and boats for people to transport us over, and you really get to meet another core of open water, which is people who's either crossed before, these boat captains, and other first-time participants, maybe from California that you may not have met before. You get to put some little bit of perspective in it, like, oh man, this is really happening. So the emotions really start to build. And then to spend the day out on Catalina, talking with people, maybe paddling a little bit, having some fun on the island, having dinner, big fellowship when we share kind of what brought us into open water and why we're here and what we would like to get from the other side. There's just a lot brewing inside of you, and you know you're carrying something with you that you're gonna be able to drop away in a few short hours. And then we just jump right into it, man. 5:30 in the morning, we put our feet in the water and then we start to paddle. And everyone that I've ever talked to, and even myself, as soon as the water hits you and you know that you're about to start one of the biggest adventures that you might have in your whole life, it's powerful. There's a wash over you that it takes the nerves away a little bit. You just want to do it. You just want to get in the water with everybody. Everyone's hooting and hollering and ready to go, and you just jump in and you go. And you start experiencing the ocean, and you fight for a little bit. You fight Mother Ocean for, man, what she did to me my first crossing is she won. I fought her for 2 to 3 hours. When I came back in 23, she welcomed me back in with open arms, and I gave up to her and I let her take control. She let me paddle the whole way across on my feet. So I knew the new people coming in, I could see it in their face. I could see that emotion in their face. So I could really identify with them. I spent a little time with a few of them, hey, just give up, man. Just look, just be a part of this. Don't worry about what's gonna happen. Just paddle. And you could see it start to click for some people. And you could see them give up and paddle and push themselves, probably in a way that most people have never pushed themselves. And then you watch the ocean take them a little bit, take them on a ride, and it breaks you down, it hurts, but it's a good pain, it's a good stress, it's good. And then you just keep going. No matter what happens, you just keep going. And you can feel the nervousness go away, and then it's a sense of, I'm making it to the other side. I'm paddling with my people. I'm gonna get there. No matter which way this looks like, I'm getting over there. So at 11:11, we all group up on the water. Usually it's about halfway, and we do a rock drop, a rock that we've picked up from Catalina, and we ask our participants every year to put in that rock something that you want to leave in the ocean that you've been holding on for far too long. It could be a bit of grief. It could be memories from past that doesn't let you push forward. Just whatever that is for you, whatever you want to leave at that moment in time. But everybody leaves something out there. We do a little prayer. We thank all the first responders, all the military veterans that are out there, all the ones that can't hear us, and we drop the rock. It's emotional, there's plenty of tears, there's a lot of smiles too, but once you start paddling again and the further you get away from whatever you left, everything starts to change. You can feel the warmth of the sun, you can feel new emotions coming to you. You can watch people paddle a little bit harder and oddly enough in a little bit tighter group because everyone has left something behind that kept them from being there for another person. Group gets a little tighter, everyone starts paddling together, and then everyone's like charged again. And then the 8 Mile rigs show up and you're broken physically. We know there's only 2 hours left, but it's the hardest 8 miles that we're gonna paddle in the whole adventure. And that's where personal grit really takes over. Also leaning on your fellow paddlers to like motivate you through, to take another stroke, to push you forward, and you just keep going. You don't even realize in an hour and a half that the pier's right in front of you and you can see the end. I don't know about for everybody, but I know for me it gets big emotional because I know that my future is right there. It's right there in front of me and I can go get it. And I don't have to fall on the past anymore. I don't have to hold back. I can just go charge head forward into it. Get to the end of pier, everyone's there at the same time, and man, it's a celebration of an accomplishment, of lives and spirits and everything left behind. And again, the promise of just a bright future for yourself. And you just paddled across it and shared your life and your story through every stroke with somebody. Because everyone's just so stoked that you get to be on the sand once again. But also, man, you have family that's there. It's even people that we don't even know are coming up to you that just want to offer a hug to you. And you can see all the support that we didn't think that we had. It's walls being broke down. It's you feeling like you're not an outsider anymore. That part of the day brings you back to the community. Then the people just get to take that with them and take it back out into the world. And I am humbled and grateful that the class of 24 allowed me to be their coach, allowed me to check in on them, allowed me to share my story with them and help them through their story as well. This whole coaching experience is just, I can't even say enough about it. Like, I can't wait for the next year to be able to help out and hopefully do the same for the class of 25. I just want to thank Open Water, Danny, Kyle, Whitney, the McDaniel family, all the boat captains, everybody who supported us through the whole year, everybody who's going to continue to support us, all the volunteers for opening their arms to me and to all the participants. It makes us feel like we are a part of something bigger. And that's one of the most magical things that comes out of Open Water and why people come back and why this mission isn't going to stop. Because it's so beautiful. Once you are in it, you don't want to leave it. And if it wasn't for Open Water and everybody involved, I don't know personally where I would be today. And honestly, I don't know where a few people from the class of 24 would be today. But I know where they are now, and I know where they're going to be in the future. And it's right here with Open Water, man. Like, thank you guys so much.